Hi, this is Zach from Zach's Traders Cafe with a look at the major markets on Wednesday, the 27th of July. Starting off with the FTSE 100, and you can see there's no change here in the recent action. Support at or above the 10-day moving average. That's the green line, 66.98 at the moment. And looking for a June resistance line projection target as high as 69.50 over the next couple of weeks. If you're cautious on this market, maybe you wait for a clearance of or an end-of-day close above 67.50, but really it looks as though the grind higher continues without any real threat to a setback. Onto the DAX, and here again it's business as usual for the bulls. We had the 10,400 area as the top of the range and near-term target. Support here above the 10-day moving average, 10,100, and really well above that. On an end-of-day close basis, 10,400 looks to be the minimum. We'll see on the upside. RSI at 61 out of 100, so relatively undercooked and with scope for further gains over the near term. All the near-term moving averages are currently rising, so that is a positive for the market as far as momentum is concerned. Onto the US markets, which have obviously been driving the recent rally. We're in the run-up to the Fed decision on interest rates. Obviously likely that there will be no real change there. Interesting that the Dow closed below the 10-day moving average at 18,513, but that was before Apple's better than expected update. So really one would expect still this market heading towards a March resistance line projection as high as 18,800, especially while there's no breakback below 18,390, which is the top, or rather the bottom of the last July gap to the upside. We filled that and bounced yesterday, so that was a continuation signal. Onto the S&P, and this is also heading towards the destination that we were looking for before, 2200 to 2220, and 2220 being the March resistance line projection, bouncing off the 10-day moving average, the green line, for yesterday's session. And no real sign of a let-up in the upside. Only back below the 20-day average at 2133, really even hinting there's something awry here. RSI 63, so plenty of gas in the tank before this market gets overbought. Onto the NASDAQ, and here absolutely rampant as far as the bull argument is concerned. Gaps left all the way up. Support well above the 10-day moving average at 46.28, and well above that we're looking for a return to the best levels of last year towards 47.40, last seen in November, December, and that should come through over the next 2 to 4 weeks at the latest. For the currencies, cable was interesting in the sense that there was a brief dip towards the previous 130.65 floor for July, but to bounce back quite quickly after that. Not quite a bottom fishing situation either. That would probably be with an end-of-day close back above the 10-day moving average at 131.81. Otherwise, it's just a mini range as we wait further developments from the Fed and others. Euro-dollar similarly becalmed for this cross. Interesting that we're just below the 110 level, and also below the 10-day moving average at 110.21. While we're below that, probably heading for this main support line from the beginning of the year at 109.50. Break of 109.50 would give a worst-case scenario target towards 106, but still a long way away, and probably better to go with a flow here than trying to expect a big move. Dollar yen is of interest at the moment. Snapped back overnight after the words from the BOJ yesterday night, bouncing off the 20-day moving average as was expected. That's the grey line now at 104.12, and while we're above that, the implication is a return towards 107.50, which was the area of July resistance. Finishing off with gold. And here, slow action as well, presumably waiting for the Fed again this evening, but stuck between the 10-day moving average 1326 and that last June 1305 floor, and really one would be waiting for an end-of-day close outside those parameters before deciding on which way to play this market. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.